Is the game Triple H, the King of Kings, a racist? Let's talk about this for a moment. The biggest piece of evidence that we have is when we look back to his feud with Booker T from 2003. Now, obviously, there were a lot of things said that just were plain racist. Some of the things that he said in his promos against Booker T leading up to WrestleMania in 2003, they were just straight up racist. Now, Booker T didn't make it any better because he really didn't stand up for himself and he really didn't call Triple H out on his BS promos. He just went along with it and made it all about the world losing that match, so that didn't even matter. I mean, at least they could have had Booker T win after taking all that bullshit, and then he could just throw it back in Triple H's face the next night on Raw or something like that. But whatever. He lost and he had to take all that bullshit from Triple H. But let's be honest, Triple H said a lot of racist shit. Talked about his hair, mentioned shit like people like you, dance for me, all that. If you saw those promos, then yeah, like he did more than one promo. But I think it was one promo where he really said a lot of racist stuff to Booker T. And, just looking at that all by itself, you would say, okay, yeah, Triple H is pretty racist. He's a straight up racist. And especially when you realize he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to allow that into the script. He could have stood up and said, no, this is wrong. We shouldn't be saying stuff like this. We shouldn't be putting stuff like this into the script. He could have changed it. He had a lot of influence back then. I mean, this was the point in time when his reign of terror was intact. I mean, he had a grip on the world title that few people could break. So yeah, this was during his reign where he just held the world title and was in the main event scene like all the damn time. So he had the influence, he had the backstage pull to change this, but he didn't. He went along with it. For all we know, he probably came up with it. He could have. We don't know for sure. Like, we can't prove that. Obviously, none of us were there. But I mean, from the way that he just went along with these promos, these racist promos with Booker T, um, yeah, one could fucking argue that he could be the one that even came up with the promos. But yeah, and then there's a lot of other people that make videos on WWE who complain about how he doesn't use black talent right, and even the same goes with, Hispanic and Mexican talent and so forth. And when you really look back to it, I mean, there's evidence that Triple H was racist all along, but he just played stupid and dumb right in our faces.